Golfin Around is sponsored by Destination Gettysburg. Get on to the green. Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. Squares Golf Shoes. Hey, welcome to this week on Golfin Around. I'm on the beautiful west coast of Scotland, and we're going to tee it up on a fabulous golf course built in 1872, Western Gailes. So let's tee it up this week on Golfin Around from the Western Gailes Golf Club in Scotland.
Scotland has long been regarded as the home of golf and a sporting mecca for lovers and players of this great and ancient game. There are many hundreds of courses across the country designed to challenge players of all levels. However, for the purists, only links golf, designed by nature and made great by centuries of tradition, provide a true test of a golfer's skill and character. Experience this on the Ayrshire coast of Scotland, where the elements of nature, architecture and tradition come together to provide a test of golf like no other on a course that should feature on every player's must-play list, Western Gailes. From its traditional clubhouse with views across the Firth of Clyde to the hills of Arran and the sharp outline of Ailsa Craig, Western Gailes Golf Club provides a classic test of golf over undulating terrain with devilish bunkering, meandering burns and finely contoured greens, all framed by natural sand dunes. Only 45 minutes from Glasgow and 90 minutes from Edinburgh, it is a course that has already challenged amateurs and professionals alike. Rory McIlroy, Bubba Watson, Sir Bob Charles, Gary Player, Tom Watson, Bernard Gallagher and Jeff Ogilvy, to name but a few. It is now ready to challenge you. Come and walk in the footsteps of some legends of the great game of golf. Come and play it, Western Gailes.
Hey, welcome to this week on Golfin Around. We're still on the Ayrshire? How do you say that?
Ayrshire
coast of Scotland, which is on the west coast. I'm getting it, Gordon. Ayrshire.
What's it?
Ayrshire. Well, he grew up around here, so he can say it easy. Look, if you want to come to the golf mecca of Scotland, it is on the west coast. It is, how many golf courses up and down the...
Well, really from West Kilbride down to Turnberry, there must be at least 20 golf courses.
Wow.
All by the seaside.
And
by the seaside,
there's one called Prestwick too, I heard of.
Old Prestwick and Prestwick St Nicholas and Prestwick St Cuthbert's. So it's 3 in the town of Prestwick.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Now we're here at the beautiful, awe-inspiring, I mean my knees are shaking, we haven't even got on a golf course yet, Western Gailes Golf Course.
Yeah.
When you talk, Gordon, about the history of the game,
Sure.
It's birthed here in Scotland. It's Old Tom Morris, it's Prestwick, it's Western Gailes as well.
Sure.
This course was built when?
This course was built in 1897. The founding fathers of Glasgow had a vision of a course by the seaside. So they come down here and saw this beautiful land and wanted to build a golf course here. So they bought the land from the Duke of Portland.
The Duke of Portland?
Duke of Portland, who owned all the land. And in fact, the Duke of Portland was our first president of the golf club. And
well, he gave the land. He should be.
He
right?
should be. Right? That's right.
You know what we'll do? If you give us the land, we'll make you president.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And he also said, if you take the land, you keep the crest, which was on his coat of arms. So
I love it.
So that was on his coat of arms, the Duke of Portland, or the Portland family. So that was another. You must keep this.
Yeah, I love it.
On all your clothing and all over the place.
From 1897 to now, I'm not real good at math, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's about 127 years ago, in fact.
You get a cookie for that kind of math in your head. So one of the oldest links courses in the world, right here at Western Gailes. Now, for you folks back in America that don't know what a true, authentic links course is, you know, Gordon, back home, like in Oklahoma, which is in the middle of America where there's no water, they'll call a golf course the Links at Huckleberry Farms. It can't be because it's missing one thing in the middle of the landlocked, which is what?
Water.
Water!
Wow.
Yeah, right? You need water to be a links course.
Exactly, and that's what's out there.
Behind us, it's gorgeous. So the land, well, you tell the folks the reason it's called a links course.
Well, really, the definition of a links course, as you touched on earlier, is by the seaside. The land is sand-based. We got a lot of water here in Scotland now, and it's always firm because of the sand base. So more and more people are playing golf by links, opposed to parkland, which is a lot muddier in the winter time, especially with a lot of rain. So links is the way forward because it's always firm, and everybody loves it here. So links is by the seaside.
Yeah, absolutely. It's follow us, ocean, sand dunes that links the ocean to the inland. So that's what a links course is.
That's what it is. Exactly.
All right, one of the great traditions here in Scotland, of course, is a starter. Jim, you got to have a good starter, don't you?
Yep.
I mean, you can't have a good round of golf if you don't have a good starter.
Much of a good starter who's a good golfer.
Do you know a good starter that we might find?
Yes.
You do?
You're looking at one.
It would be himself.
Right, on the tee.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
On the tee from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Randy Tank
Tatlinger.
Hey! Now this is where I shanked the ball off.
Oh, no, you don't.
Watch this, Jim.
Oh,
Watch this, Jim.
nice and easy. Oh, nice and easy.
Now that was a proper start.
Right, that's good. Nice and easy.
Now this is a proper way to screw the swing up, for darn sure.
Down the left. You'll get
Oh, it's a beautiful shot,
Okay, yeah.
right down the middle, 340 yards, and it's still rolling. Freddie, I think it was your start there.
RDM, right down middle.
Right down the middle. That was a proper Scottish start if I ever heard one. All right, what am I going to be wary of here at Western Gailes? The wind?
The wind and the deep bunkers.
And the deep bunkers.
There's a telephone in one of them.
There's a telephone in one of
In
them.
case you out.
And who do I call? Somebody that cares.
AC Rescue.
Rescue. Hole number 2, Western Gailes, the Ayrshire coast of Scotland on the west coast. Really, this hole, the green behind me, the complex, represents the best of Scottish links course. You can see the bunker behind me with the riveting to get out of that. Not unlike any home bunker that we have in the United States, as the train goes around up and down the coast from Scotland. This is how the Ayrshire coast developed. The wealthy, much like back home in Pennsylvania, Andrew Carnegie, the Mellons, put money into the railroads, which opened up Western America. Well, that's how Western Scotland got its opening too, as people became wealthy, the barons in Scotland. They brought the trains from Glasgow, just up the road, about an hour, down into this Western Ayrshire area of Scotland. And what did the wealthy do? 1872, they began building golf courses because golf took hold, its foundation here in Scotland. Welcome to hole number 6, and forgive my Scottish, Gaelic, Lappock. Lappock is the name of the hole, and I gotta talk to find some Scotsman who knows what Lappock is. Again, hole number 6 here. It's a par 5 over 500 yards from the tips. Tom Watson said 6 and 7 are some of the finest holes he's ever played in our life. You know, my swing isn't exactly on the swing plane right now, so our good man Jeff is going to step up and guide us through hole number 6 and 7 here at Western Gailes on the Ayrshire coast of Scotland.
The 6th hole here at Western Gailes is a superb par 5 of 498 yards. Right from the outset, a good drive is required in order to avoid serious rough on the right or running out of fairway on the left. For the longer hitters, the direct line to the fairway is all carry. For mere mortals, the safe line is the clubhouse. The second shot demands precision, as you are aiming between 2 mounds in the distance. In addition, the strong player has to shape his shot from right to left in order to avoid the hidden bunker on the left, 30 yards from the green. Depending on where the pin is, there is a ridge on the right-hand side of the green which can make a shot short of the green a difficult one to get close. Once on the green, there are some very crafty burrows to take account of if you are to secure your par. This hole is considered by many of our members to be a fine example of a testing par 5.
All right, so we got a lot of wind coming in off the ocean here, Randy, so I'm going to let it just, I'm not going to fight City Hall, right? I've learned that over my career. I'm going to go down this line I'm on now. I'm going to try to cut off a little bit of the corner but not get too greedy, and we're going to let the big dog eat. So I think I hit the fairway. I saw a nice big bounce, and I hit the shot like I wanted to, and the wind did what I thought it would do, and hopefully 2 and 2 is still 4. Okay, that turned out pretty good. I just took a 6-iron and just punched it up there, tried to keep it out of the wind. I probably got about 160 out of that, but that's okay. It's in play on 2 of the hardest holes on this course. So once again, we'll go up and see what we got and just regroup from there. Okay, here on hole number 6, after you saw I hit that second shot, I've been a little short here right behind us, but look at this valley of what I call valley of death. Up and down undulations are beyond belief here, and you really have to just work with what you have. And as we stated before, the undulations are due to the changing topography from the wind and the sand. Out there, it might catch the green. I don't know, it might have caught the green, we don't know. Didn't come down.
Again, back here at Western Gailes, we have a lot of artefacts all over the building. Down below in the members' lounge, in the small tables, there's hickory clubs. There's medals that were won back in the early 1900s. James McGregor, he was a past captain, 1915. And as you can see with the photograph, look at the clothing in those days: shirt and tie, tweed cap, plus 4s. How things have moved on. Great. Yeah, okay, hi folks. This is a kangaroo trophy that we play for once a year. And we got this as a gift from the Gailes Golf Club in Brisbane, Australia in 1937. Special trophy, solid silver, stroke play event, one Saturday a year.
Well, I've been a member 20 odd years, and it's I just love the links style golf. I gave up the Parklands golf, which I played as a boy, because the winters here, the links golf is just impeccable. The Parkland courses get muddy and wet, and
Right.
whereas here you play all year round. It's just a joy. Oh, it's right up there. It's right up there. Yeah, I mean it's a challenge. Don't get me wrong, but it's still great fun to play.
This is one of the great links par 3s and demands a tee shot which is all carry, as anything shot will not bounce onto the green. It is 183 yards long and is surrounded by 6 very deep bunkers. If the wind is coming off the sea, the tee shot becomes even more difficult, as it brings into play some very nasty rough, as well as a rather large bunker pin high left. In addition, the bunker front right of the green is cavernous and may require you to play out either sideways or even backwards. Unlike many links courses, the green here slopes away from the sea. Miss the green with your tee shot and you will have done well to walk off with a par.
Okay, here we are on par 3, number 7. I got about 170 with the rangefinder. There's still a lot of wind coming off the beautiful ocean. You can probably hear the waves, or at least hear the wind. Gorgeous clubhouse behind us. Troon, Prestwick, we're surrounded by awesome beauty and just natural history. So we're going to try to get this shot up to the green, hopefully on the green. I got a lot of wind, a big pot bunker up there, and we're just going to give it our best effort and enjoy the day. Okay, just a little bit of short left it looks like, but hopefully we're on the dance floor and we're going to make something happen. All right, another bogey, we'll take it. Finishing up here on the beautiful 7th hole at Western Gailes. Very tough hole, a lot of wind, so we'll take that bogey with grace and honor, and it's a slice of heaven out here.
Right, so I got to interview Mr. Watson several years ago, and I was done with the interview. Very great interview. And I said to Tom Watson himself, I said, let's take a silly picture. And he looked at me and he meant it. He goes, I don't take silly pictures. Right. I thought, okay. Very serious man, but it's a good, in fact, I'm going to superimpose that picture right now, so they're seeing that at home. So what did Mr. Watson say of your course? Not you being Mr. Watson, because that would make you a little psycho if you said of yourself.
He thought the 6th and 7th were the two probably nicest consecutive holes for links
that he's ever played.
Well, we're hoping so.
Yeah, my goodness, is that a big statement?
Yeah, signature holes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you would enjoy 6th and 7th.
I'm gonna go out there after this, and hopefully I do enjoy it. I come off at a 47 handicap.
All right.
Yeah. So
you might find those quite tricky.
a little bit. So this is home for you. Down the road, Prestwick, Troon area, this whole Ayrshire coast. Why do you love your home? Like, I'm from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, Arnold Palmer's hometown. I love our mountains. I love our people. What do you love about your home?
Well, the links courses are where I would always like to play before any inland course. And my wife's from Lytham St Anne's. She was born 100 yards from the sea, so we're we're back living 100 yards from the sea, both playing links golf.
Isn't that's a great way to live?
It's perfect. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
right.
Yeah. And that view over to Arran here, we can see that out the house windows, so it's not too bad.
That is so special. To truly understand how beautiful it is here, you've got to come. I mean, you can see the pictures when an Open Championship is played, much like last year at St. Andrews. But until you've come to Scotland, you've experienced the hospitality, meet a gentleman like Mr. Watt. Did I say gentleman?
I hope so.
Yeah, right. Until you get here and discover the Scottish, well, first of all, hospitality, but also sense of humor. I love when your caddies start making good crack along the way.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Yeah, aren't they though?
They're patter's professional. Better than sometimes their club selection.
Isn't that the truth? Imagine a stand-up comedian back home in the United States. That's sometimes what you get with a good caddy. They'll tell you some of the best Scottish jokes there are out there. Well, I appreciate your hospitality and time. I can
Nice
tell
to see you.
if you get a few drams in you, there's something about me.
Next time you're here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Mr. Watson, not the Tom Watson,
Jim.
the famous Jim Watson of Western Gailes.
Okay, folks, here we are again at Western Gailes. I just want to say thanks for listening to the story of Western Gailes, and I would love to see you here one day. This is a bell we've had in the club for so many years. We rang the bell when the trains were coming into the station outside the clubhouse, and then the members finished their game, and we rang the bell to say time's up. So thank you. I hope to see you one day at Western Gailes. Thank you very much.